Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Motorsport here with another video with the F1 League, with the FSM, and as you see qualifying, there's contact here between Payot's Remix, and it's that Golden Fast. I believe that is Golden Fast, it might have been Harrison. It's one of the two, but yeah, some big problems there in qualifying already. It's looking on board, but Chris, there's a Murkoff there I think, and almost going off his Crimson. So almost a double spin there on the exit there. Now, coming around the last corner, where is Chris going to come? He's done a pretty good lap coming up to this point. He goes himself into P8. Nice job in qualifying by Chris at this point in the session. Now, timer has reached 0 and that's it for qualifying. But who's on a good lap time and who's going to improve? Looking at Golden Fast around the final corner then. Is this going to be enough to boost his position to get himself out of the top 5? Is it going to be enough? It is. He goes pole position for now. Is anyone else on a good enough lap at the moment? Chris is done. He's not going for another one. 2004 across the line, only going to P11 though. No improvement really, but is a place I suppose, so he'll take what he can get. Now, all eyes are on Harrison, pretty much the last driver who's actually on a lap time, who is good enough for this one to actually get pole, I think, for Harrison. Anyway, going through the penultimate corner is Harrison. It's a tricky one, that one, onto the curb and onto the exit, going into the final turn. Harrison round in the final corner to come to the line. What's it going to be in that Ferrari powered car? Comes to the line, doesn't improve, stays where he is, and that's qualifying done. And Chris has enough and he's into the garage. I don't know why the people are inside his car, but they're inside his car. Got a faster pole position, Joe second then, makes a cheer in P3, Sam going P4, P5 goes extra Cornish, nice showing by him, and I believe this is one of his last race, maybe, unless, yeah, I believe this might be his last race in FSM. It's one of the two anyway. So let's see how this one goes for XR Cornish in his... it's going to be interesting to see where he can finish today's race. Harrison then behind him, P6. Good job by him. P7 going to Egon. Nice show from Egon in the F1 cars. And Chris getting P8. He's disappointed with that, I expect. He's beat Interlagos at least for P9. And P10 going to Payot's Remix. Here we go then for the 10 red lights of this Grand Prix. We're underway here for the... Hungarian Grand Prix. Great start there by Golden Fast off the line. Really spectacular off the line. Gets the whole shot by a whole mile into turn 1. Now as JJ makes a huge lunge, he's made a mistake. JJ's just gone into someone there. JJ's made a lot of contact. He's got wing damage, I believe. That's not going to help him cause in this Grand Prix. That's for certain. Heading through turn 2, then a little bit of contact for the back still. As Harris has got a lot of front wing damage, JJ's got damage as well, and I believe Payot has been involved somewhere as well. Why is disqualified from the session? He just didn't move. I don't know what happened there, but why gave up on life, I expect. Going through this Grand Prix then, it's out of this tricky right-hander. As you can see, big loser, the rear goes Joe. That's a big mistake, he's not going to want to do that too many times. And he's being battled there by XR Cornish. She goes across the chicane, forces Joe off a little bit to get that position. Dive bomber goes Chris. This is a terrible start for Joe after his mistake, and now Chris is off the line. Chris needs to get back on the line before Egon comes around the outside, and Egon, what a pass on Chris. That is round the outside. Chris is not going to like that one. Surely he's going to respond into the right-hander. He of course he is. Up the inside goes Chris. Contact between the two, and Interlagos goes around the outside of Chris now into the penultimate corner. The side-by-side round the penultimate corner. Is Interlagos going to make any moves here? He's not quite making any moves through. As into the pits goes XR Cornish, so he's starting this race off with a bad one. Possibly jumped the start. I don't really know what's gone on there. Coming across the start, finish straight, and nothing else really happened on this lap. So let's move on then later on to what happened to Payot's Remix at the start. He gets a good start. He gets past YY off the line. Don't know what happened to YY, but yeah, there's a little bit of chaos there. As Payot then needs to focus into turn 1. He's got to get this one moved. Got to get here safe and cleanly. JJ absolutely dive bombing the field, gained like 8 positions there. He probably got a penalty for that. I expect he did. Now heading into turn 2, this left-hander. Then what's happened? Oh, it's a bit of lag, I think, for Payot's Remix, which has caught him out. That's cost him a lot of time. I don't think he's got damage from that. He might have got damage, but he's not happy with it. Now, who's going to go for a move here? Interlagos, possibly around the outside of Egon, heading into turn 2. And he's just about got past Egon. There was contact between the pair, and that could have ended badly. Chris has pitted in the meantime, by the way. That's why he's so far back at lap 10. There's a lot of battling going on here. Joe gets a pair of Mexican and 2004. Great racecraft by Joe to get 2 of the cars there and get himself up a couple of positions. Now coming out to turn 2. Nothing doing there. But Mexican's actually dropped back from Joe a little bit here. That's not what... we're on board with Sam even. Sam, the race lead at the moment. Is he going to get past Crimson Blade? Take the lead of the Grand Prix. There's the fact that Golden Fast is pitted, and into turn 1 he goes. Sam, that is a great overtake. Nicely done, and he's into P1 and takes another position with it. So, now let's see what Sam could do in this position. He's got to keep extending and getting further away. Further back, Mega Centurion versus Joe still going on. And Golden Fast gets past Eagle now as well. So, like, Golden's got traffic, but he's clearing it as quickly as possible and getting himself back through after a pit stop. Now, Egon versus 2004 here. Onto the start, finish straight. Egon using overtake and rich fix, I expect, to get past 2004. Extra Quarter has retired, and that's it for him. He's had enough. He's going home. And yes, that's the last we'll see of him, I expect. Go around the final corner then. Goes Mr. Joe. Is he going to get Crimson Blade here? Into turn 1. It's a possibility, and I tell you what, that possibility is getting bigger because Joe's already got Crimson into turn 1 and gets another position done. Now, later on, it looks like Crimson Blade, Joe, and Mega Centurion all in this battle together. Mega Centurion going round the outside of Crimson Blade into the fast left-hander. What a move by Mega Centurion to brave that one out and get that position done. He was not going to be backing out of that. Now, further back, it looks like Chris has now got to get past Mr. 2004R after Chris had to pit. I can't remember why. Heading into turn 1 goes Chris. He gets the position in this slightly boring Grand Prix. We're on lap 19 already, and we're only 6.5 minutes into the video, so this one's definitely not a long Grand Prix. But Chris gets position done then. Now, what's the next overtake going to be? It's Mega Centurion versus Golden Fast. These two have huge history. I wonder how much Mega's going to fight this one then. Heading into turn 1, not really fighting it. That's a bit of a surprise from my point of view. But Mega Centurion basically just let Golden Fast through there. With the switchback possibly being announced there for the Mega, but it didn't really want it. I don't know what's going on here with Mega. Not really fighting Golden at this point in the race. As Sam rounds the final corner to start another lap and end off another one. Now we're on lap 23 already. This is a long way into this Grand Prix. And then we've got a spinner, and it's 2004. He's going to have Payouts Room. It's going to be closing up to him already. Now, further back, Egon versus Crimson Blade into turn 1. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's Egon up the inside of Crimson. Nice dive bomb there from Egon himself to get that move done. But Crimson on the exit is so side by side with Egon heading into turn 2. Egon with the inside line though forces off Crimson Blade. That is a nice overtake there by Egon to get that position done and get his way through. Now, Harrison's caught up to Crimson Blade and is probably going to be trying to catch up to Egon. Now, up the inside goes Harrison on Mr. Crimson Blade into turn 1. Harrison, textbook stuff, gets the move done. And we tell you what, we've seen a lot of turn 1 overtakes today. Maybe a bit too easy to overtake a turn 1 in this game. As not really any other overtakes going on. As looking through the pack here is Mega Centurion, as we've got a spinner and it's Payouts Remix. Yeah, he's having a bad Grand Prix to forget. Not as bad as JJ's race. JJ's got a really bad race at the moment. And they could pretty much all do the safety car at this point. And I'll be interested to see if one of those comes out. As Mr. Crimson Blade takes advantage of 2004 heading into turn 1. There's contact between the pair, I believe. 2004's gone for a spin. Just wasn't enough room between the pair of them. And that has left 2004 spinning. Heading out of the right hand, off goes Harrison. Harrison spun. And Harrison is going to drop back a long way. And we've got another spinner. This time it's Sam, and he is retired on track. And that's going to be a 10-second penalty for retiring on track. That's not what Sam wanted to do. And he's not going to be happy about the fact that you're going to have to give him a penalty for that one. Now, Egon. He's got Mr. Payouts Remix, I believe this one is. There's a back marker in front of him. He's not going to be too impressed with the back marker being in front of him, but it is what it is. I expect that he will get out the way at some point. As we got a crash. Payouts is out. Payouts just crashed. I don't know what's happened there. I think he's just lost it and crashed and gone off. I really don't know what's happened there. Golden Fast coming to the line and to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Deserved victory. He won that one from start to finish pretty much. Joe coming home in P2 after the disaster lap 1 that Joe's had. He's going to come home in P2. He's lapped Harrison. Now that's impressive. Harrison being lapped in a Grand Prix. Before Mega Centurion coming home to get P3. He's going to enjoy that podium, I feel. Maybe he could have thought he could have got P2 in this Grand Prix with a better strategy call. Maybe less overtakes and less contact being made in the field early on. He could have got a better position than that. But for now, Mega Centurion's got to take home P3 in this Grand Prix to come along and gets it done. Nice. Egon then is the next one across the line. It's a long way back as Egon. P4 at this point. And as you can see, going through the fast right where he made that wonderful move on Chris. So I do have to remind you of, because that was sensational around the outside. Before he got dive bombed by Chris into that corner. Coming around the last corner though, it's 2004. He's had a very stressful race, this one. He's had a few crashes, a few incidents. But now, just waiting on Egon and Chris to cross the finish line. But it's going to be Egon first across the finish line to get people a lot of points, and he's going to enjoy those for his first F1 Grand Prix. I think this one is. And then Chris rounding out the field as the last person to cross the line. Celebrating a little bit there, not really doing too much. But there you have it. God of Fast wins. Probably drove the day's God of Fast as well, because he led that one from start to finish, had no problems. Had a few nice overtakes with the mix as well. And Joe's definitely lap when he wants to improve on that, so he can maybe steer God of Fast in the earlier stages. And maybe could have challenged God of Fast later on in the race. But they're all questions and queries. Would Joe, what if he didn't get all the contacts, all the mistakes he made early on? If he wasn't so far in the field, shall we say? And then I don't have to Harrison. Harrison just gave up with, he had a few spins, a few offs did Harrison. And that's going to cost him quite a bit of time and probably a lot of bad mindset coming from that as well. But that's been me. That's been the Hungarian Grand Prix. Not the most exciting race in the world, but it's something. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see if these guys could do a better job at Spa. I think it's Spa next. I can't remember. I believe it is. And then for F2, I believe it's Sandvort next. So have a good week. Bye.